I'm sorry to be the one to tell you.
I don't think...
They're deceased. Both of them.
This is Corey Bailey, learning that both of his parents have just been discovered brutally murdered inside their Utah home. And to make things worse, Corey believes his own sister Mia, formerly known as Collin, is responsible.
I'm gonna reach my pants to tuck. That's okay.
What is it you're doing?
Reach my pants to tuck, because I don't want to see this thing.
Oh.
I hate this thing.
In the weeks prior, Mia's mental health had been in rapid decline.
He's schizophrenic. He's been going through a lot of issues lately and transitioning.
And over the next 24 hours, police would launch a citywide manhunt that would spiral into one of the most horrifying double homicide investigations they've ever worked on.
I knew he was going to do something like that one day. He wasn't even supposed to have guns.
Mia, stop right there!
Let's talk about it!
He goes towards that house. Do you want us to take him out?
Put your hand on the ground in front of you.
I didn't want to become the monster that they made me to be. I really wanted to be good. I really did. I had one thing going on, and she took that away from me.
On the 18th of June, in the quiet town of Washington, Utah, Mia Bailey returns home to visit her family. Without warning, she pulls out a handgun and shoots both her mother and father. She then makes her way down to the basement looking for her brother Corey and opens fire through his bedroom door. Corey and his wife manage to escape through a window, fleeing to a neighbor's basement. Moments later, 911 receives this call.
My neighbors just came running down the road yelling, "Call 911" for gunshots. And there's a yellow Kia Soul that just drove away from their house. I don't know what's going on.
Okay.
I'm not even sure where my neighbors went. They just came screaming, yelling that, and they ran.
If we're getting other calls about it as well.
We need to send ambulances too, please.
We've got help on the way right now, okay? Was something shot at your house?
Yes, I think my parents were shot upstairs.
You think your parents were shot upstairs?
Yes.
Have you been upstairs to check?
No, we just ran.
Did someone come into your house to shoot?
Yes, I think it was my brother.
What's your brother's name?
His name is Collin, he goes by Mia.
Do you know what might have provoked this from your brother?
He's schizophrenic.
Did he leave?
I don't know.
Okay.
I have no idea. We just barely came out before he started shooting at my door.
Do you feel like it's safe to go check on your parents?
No, I can't check anything right now.
It's crazy. We ran away.
I understand. I'm not suggesting that you go if you feel it's unsafe. I just have to ask to make sure, okay? Tell me exactly what happened when your brother started shooting at the house.
I don't know. We were downstairs and I started hearing gunshots and screaming upstairs.
Okay.
We were out the window by the time he started pounding on our door.
Okay.
Dozens of officers immediately converge on the Bailey residence, walking into something none of them will ever forget.
Police department! Police department!
Inside, officers find the bodies of 69-year-old Gail Bailey and 70-year-old Joseph Bailey. Gail had been shot 4 times, Joseph twice in the head. With an active shooter still unaccounted for, officers clear the residence before making their way to the neighbor's house, where Corey and his wife are still hiding.
Running over to your basement? Just right here? What's your address here? We got a neighbor at 1010 Chinook, 1011 Chinook saying there's a male who ran into his basement. He doesn't know who he is. Corey?
Corey, he's the son of the lady here next door and his wife.
Okay.
Sounds like they're on the phone with 911.
They're both down
they're
here.
Afraid.
Okay.
They're downstairs.
Okay. 629. Control, they're telling me the male's name is Corey and his wife are downstairs in the neighbor's basement. Police department! If you're in the basement of this house, step outside! See, what I don't understand is why they would come down here and lock themselves in. Yeah. Come outside with your hands up! I got contact with the male. Come outside with your hands up! He's coming. He's with a female. They got their hands up. Take the wood! Piece of wood right there. Yep, take it off. Yeah, just keep your hands up, visible to us, okay? All right, sir. Are you Corey?
Yes.
Okay. Who are we looking for? Collin?
Yes.
Okay. This is not our suspect. We're looking for Collin.
34, you want me to head that way then?
Any idea where he'd be headed now?
He started pounding on our door as soon as we were going out the window.
Track down his phone if he found her, if he pops it.
We got here.
Alright, just to clarify, you want me to still continue to the telematics?
I'm trying to get my brother to find an address for my aunts and my grandma, so because they're the only ones that had contact with him recently. So
Corey, I know this is the hardest thing you've ever done, right? I need you to tell me what happened today.
So me and my wife were downstairs watching a show. Okay. My mom was upstairs arguing with my grandma about some family drama or whatever, but apparently it pissed off my brother. He's schizophrenic. He's been going through a lot of issues lately and transitioning. But he's been having a lot more issues lately. All I know is I heard shooting upstairs, and then my mother yelling and screaming, and then I locked the door to her room and I started opening the window and I got her out and got myself out. By the time we were climbing out the window, he was pounding on my door trying to open it. And then I heard gunshots at the door there. I think he's trying to shoot the door open or something like that, or trying to shoot in where we were. We got out and ran here, and I called 911. That's why I had a protective order against him, so he couldn't get a gun.
I'm sorry to be the one to tell you.
I don't think
They're deceased, both of them. Okay?
this is my brother, my older brother.
I know, and that's the reason I put him on mute. I'm going to let you deal with that, okay? Do you need something right now? I mean, we have a victim's advocate we can call out for you.
I don't even know where to begin with this.
No, I know.
Until he's found, I don't know where to go that will be safe at this point.
Corey, how long ago did this happen?
Like 20 minutes ago, at tops.
Isn't there any place we can stay? I don't feel safe. What if he's hiding somewhere? He doesn't care about his life.
Yeah.
Or he doesn't care if a police officer would shoot him.
I don't doubt that.
Why is he crazy? I knew he was going to do something like that one day. He wasn't even supposed to have guns.
Mia Bailey was formerly known as Collin and had transitioned in the years prior, but 11 months before the murders, just 5 days after she legally changed her name, her own brother Corey filed a protective order against her. The details remain sealed to this day. A temporary order was granted, the permanent one was denied. Whatever Corey saw coming, the court didn't see enough to act on it, and now his parents were dead. Searching for answers, detectives reach out to Mia's Aunt Jenny, one of the only family members Mia was still on speaking terms with, and what Jenny tells them hands investigators their first real motive.
So I just wanted to kind of talk with you real quick and see when the last time you talked with Mia was. And
she texted me earlier in the day and said, I'm going to come by and get my things. And I said, that's fine, but you're welcome to leave them here. And she said, no, I want an air-conditioned unit. And I said, okay, because whatever. So she showed up and got her stuff. My husband was in the garage with her. She was fine. And then I called when I woke up from my nap and I said, what's going on? And she said, my mom, she's very upset that her mom had called the hospital and put off her change operation. So she ranted a little bit about that. And then she said, I'm sorry, Auntie Jenny, I shouldn't yell at you. And I said, that's okay. It was a very, calm, fairly normal conversation.
But she was just called and was talking to you about getting her items, and then was upset, ranting about her mom having canceled this change operation.
Yes, but at the same time, she was not screaming or anything, and even apologized, said, well, I'm sorry, I'm yelling, Auntie Jenny, and I said, that's okay, whatever. It just wasn't not calm, you know what I mean?
Okay, so nothing, she wasn't acting super crazy or upset, anything that would make you concerned that something like this was going to happen?
No, she seemed perfectly normal. Thanked him, calm. I mean, no idea where she got a gun, when. I know she's at times heard voices. That was kind of new to me 3 weeks ago. Whether that was happening in the last few days, I don't know. If they had a run-in, I have no idea. So
You say Mia's been hearing voices?
a couple weeks ago she was, and she went into the hospital to get her meds fixed around. But she's always been very docile around us. But, you know, we completely call her Mia, and her exchange is fine. You know, she doesn't have the things with us she had with her parents or whatever.
Yeah, can you help me? Can you describe that a little bit? Help me understand her relationship with her parents?
Last I heard, the dad was taking her up for her exchange operation. Now, that's what she told me, that Dad was going to drive her up and stay with her. The next thing I knew, it was off.
According to Jenny, Mia was furious. Her parents had recently cancelled her gender reassignment surgery, but that was only the beginning. Officers then make contact with Mia's cousin Jarrett, who Mia had most recently been staying with, and what Jarrett describes paints a deeply troubling picture of her mental state in the days leading up to the killings.
Do you know where she's staying?
She was staying with me until last night.
How's she been the last few days? Like, anything
I mean, delusional, paranoid, mentally ill. I mean, I can't put it any more frank than that. Not making sense. I don't even think she knew what was going on currently, you know? She's been autistic her whole life, right?
She's autistic?
As a parent, yes, very. But, I mean, growing up, it was always said, don't say anything about autism. She doesn't, you know, she never addressed it. But these delusions, the paranoia, they're putting radiation in my food, their microphones in the walls type is all new, like 2 months. She's taking, massive amounts of hormones for her transition. She's transgender, if you don't know that already.
Yes.
She's on estrogen and testosterone blockers. That's got to affect your mind in some way, and it probably did not good things to her brain, you know? Like, this has been, like, recently where I'm like, what are you talking about?
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
I can see the mental decline happen. She's clinically insane at this moment, you know? So this wasn't like a one-day thing where she got excited and did something horrible. This is like, her brain has been in this state for a while. I had to kick her out last night because she was talking crazy stuff and it was making me and my girlfriend uncomfortable, so I left. I had her leave. Nicely, I told her, I love you, I need you to get some help for your mental so you can, you know, actually start living a little better. And she was saying somebody at her residence had pointed a gun at her and it was traumatic, and then I was like, okay. And then she started saying, and anyways, he was poisoning me anyway, and he was putting devices that produced radiation near me and microphones in the walls, and I said, all right. And I realized at that point you can't argue with somebody who's that far gone. And I just said, all right, you need to leave. I need you to get some mental help, you know, but for now, I can't house you, you know. It was very cordial and stuff, and I helped her bring her stuff to her car, and I said, Mia, I love you, I hope you get some help.
Mia had recently checked herself into a hospital for paranoia, delusions, and hallucinations. After just 3 days, she was released. 10 days later, her parents were dead. The last confirmed sighting of Mia comes from a neighbor's security camera, capturing her speeding away in a yellow Kia Soul. Her phone is later recovered discarded in the roadway, a clear sign she knew investigators would be tracking her. Hours pass with no leads. Then, an officer spots movement in a ravine.
Mia! Stop right there! You got your body camera? Yep. Mia, stop right there! Let's talk about it!
LT, he's walking towards the house. What do you think? He goes towards the house. Do you want us to take him out?
Back to the back of the house. Now we can't see. We need lights.
Did you guys give any commands?
Yeah, several times. When we rolled up, she had the gun in her back waistband, and she pulled it out and just continued walking and took off running from us.
Officers have Mia in their sights, but she's armed and a residential neighborhood sits just beyond the tree line. Commanders discuss the option of taking her out if she moves towards the public, but before they can act, she vanishes into the brush. The search continues through the night. Then, at around 8 AM the following morning, a citizen spots her in an open field and immediately calls it in. But before we get to that, I want to thank the sponsor of today's video, FreeCash. I've been checking out FreeCash recently, which is a platform where you can earn rewards by doing simple things on your phone, like playing games, completing surveys, or even trying out new apps. Now, I'll admit, I was a little skeptical at first, so I wanted to fully test it out myself before recommending it. I signed up, tried a few offers, and looked into how the cash out process works. You can start withdrawing your earnings once you reach $25, and when I tried it, the whole process was quick and straightforward. Everything worked exactly as advertised. Lately, I've been playing Raid Shadow Legends, and the fact that I'm earning while playing makes it even better. FreeCash also has a 4.7 star rating on Trustpilot with thousands of reviews. So, if you're looking for a simple way to earn some extra cash, scan the QR code on screen or click the link at the top of the description. If you sign up through my link and play your first game, you'll also get a $10 sign up bonus. And with that said, let's get back to the video.
Walk to us! Walk to us! Keep your hands where I can see them! Hey, I'm gonna throw them out right that way. From the middle. Okay, go down on your knees. Go down on your knees. Put your hands on the ground in front of you. Yep. Yes. Slide your body back until you're laying on your face. Slide your legs back until you're laying down. Stick your arms out by your sides. Keep going. Turn your palms up. Do not move.
Very flexible, guys. Be careful.
No, but I have a key in the back left pocket here.
Do you want? This is the prosecutor I was telling you about, Jerry. Okay, super good dude. He's going to give it to you straight. Okay, he's not going to BS you on things. Okay, super good dude. Yeah. We're here to work with you. Okay.
I want to introduce myself. My name is Jaron. I work for Washington City. Okay, I'm the lead investigator. So, we're going to make sure you get some medical attention. Make sure you get some water, stuff like that taken care of.
Just a little bit left.
Alright, cool.
We're gonna go this way. I can adjust my voice.
You're gonna get some of your voice back, right?
Some of it, yeah.
The case against Mia is still largely circumstantial. Although Corey had named her as the shooter, he hadn't actually witnessed the killings. On its own, that wouldn't be enough to secure a conviction. So detectives do what they always do when they need a suspect to talk. They make her comfortable, they wait, and they hope she'll do the rest herself. Mia is taken back to the station, where she would almost immediately begin exhibiting strange and compulsive behavior.
I can wipe these off.
That's fine.
Do you mind if I stand up to brush it off?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm gonna brush the slippers off.
I'm gonna reach my pants to tuck. That's okay.
What is it you're doing?
Reach my pants to tuck, because I don't want to see this thing.
Oh. You just sit down. I don't want you reaching in your pants. I don't know. I've been searching in your pants, so.
Okay. I hate this thing.
Now the formal interrogation begins, and from the first statement, it is clear that Mia doesn't seem to grasp the gravity of the situation she's in.
I can tell you how I skipped you guys' gaze all last night.
Yeah,
3 helicopters.
I would be more than happy to have how you dodged our canine guy last night in that subdivision by where the golf course is.
Yeah.
So when you passed over that wall last night,
bushes, hopping over fences, and then it's taking breaks, and then this is endurance.
Yeah, well, you had a helicopter out there.
And then you got to watch the helicopters, and they're on all that stuff. So, and they're waiting for backup. So, it's taking on the main route. You're taking a bunch of different routes, off-road all the time, sometimes main road, just take fun where you're at, and then off-road again, and hopping through. I am so sorry to all the people and plants probably destroyed on accident, or rocks.
You destroyed their planters and their shrubbery.
Yeah, I was like, I'm sorry, I don't want to be here for a moment more. I don't want anything of yours, or and it's like, I apologize, but cops up there won't let me quite yet.
Yeah, I will tell you this, that they were very surprised to find you where they found you today. Comparison to where
there was nowhere to go. I was looking at the terrain. There were people. You guys had an APB out, and I went everywhere. You probably like 30 miles worth.
Oh, when we were talking, I mean, you're.
I even got
from
drinks.
Last night to tonight you're talking 6 miles.
Wow. Oh, way more than that.
Yeah, depending on your route, how you went.
Oh yeah, way more on the route. Way more. I told you I went the long way around. Hopping over things, going through, and I think I even debated the dogs with different smells and.
How did you get?
You guys. Oh, it's water sprinkler.
Oh, water sprinkler. Yeah, I remember you saying that when we were at that ambulance. You drank through a water sprinkler.
Oh. Yeah, and then I slept in an open toilet at a park to get a few hours, so I could be back at it.
Yeah. Wow.
With Mia's guard now down, detectives shift their focus to the circumstances she was facing in the days leading up to the murders.
I can't say that I've done this a lot. Okay, I have talked to a lot of people, but. I'm not so much curious as far as what happened, but I'm kind of curious kind of what led up to it.
Let's see, being homeless after my family's abused several times, and being 20 grand in debt.
And how was that school?
Nope, fortunately I didn't even get to start it.
How long have you been homeless for?
Well, let's see. I moved out 5th, so.
The 5th of?
Last month.
Oh, so May? The 5th of May?
Or maybe June. One of those days, I'm sorry.
Oh, you're good. 5th of May or June?
I think it was June for the most part, but.
Okay.
Again, homeless.
Where have you been living?
Well, I stayed with my cousins for 5 days. I paid them $250 because I didn't want to be a bum.
Yeah.
And, well, let's just say he kicked me out.
Oh. How long ago were you kicked out?
Yes, yesterday.
Oh, yesterday. So, maybe, is that kind of what?
Yeah, I guess you could say it's 11 o'clock at night, so the day before yesterday.
Okay, so 2 days ago from today.
Kinda, yeah.
Okay. And so, what was the reason that you were kicked out for?
Well, I was kicked out because my cousin wouldn't let me, he asked, why I'm so upset, and I told him there's a lot of things I need to understand, and my neighbor pointed a gun at me and other stuff, so nobody believed me, nobody bothered to investigate, and this is the first time it's happened with somebody like that. Well, I got kicked out. He just thought I was going crazy. So.
And so the neighbor to that house pointed a gun at you?
No, this is when I was still living at.
Oh, at the 357th. So this is the neighbor that pointed the gun at you.
Yes, house manager to be exact.
House manager. And then after that happened, nobody believed you.
Nope, as soon as the cops went away, he threatened to shoot my ankles, shoot my balls, shoot my back, slow kill me, among other things. So.
Man, I can't even imagine what that's like, to be honest with you. And then you said you were $20,000 in debt?
Mm-hmm.
What does that come from?
Well, that comes from our loans, because my brother's. This comes from credit cards. It's expensive to be a single woman and trans on top of that, so.
Okay. So what kind of and like I said, I don't know all the ins and outs of it. What kind of expenses do you have doing that?
Well, it's like $512 a month just doing the trans stuff. So that's like getting laser treatments and medication to before until I got an auto injector. That was $125 a month. So then a lot of stuff adds up.
Oh yeah. What type of medication?
Just HRT. If you want to know the specifics, but yeah.
Is that hormone replacement
therapy? Yeah.
According to Mia, the reasons had been building for months. She was homeless, sleeping in her car the night before the shootings. She was $20,000 in debt from medication tied to her transition. She also claimed a neighbor had recently pulled a gun on her and threatened her life. All of it may be true, but none of it compares to the real reason she walked into her parents' home that morning.
What led up to it was, I got a call from my social worker from the hospital, and they shared the details of the hospital, but the worst one of all was my mother contacting them to say no to the surgery. And,
So your mother contacted the hospital?
Yep. I asked her, I don't want to hear excuses. I want to hear, an explanation, and I'm sorry, and I'll do something about it.
Okay.
Anyway, she can't say sorry to save her life, apparently. And I tried giving her so many chances through my life, but that's besides the point. She didn't want to call the hospital and say I was just angry. I had one thing going on, and she took that away from me.
So one thing going well for you in your life was ultimately was going to be the cesarean surgery.
Yeah.
Did you have a date that you were actually set to go for?
Yeah, it was September 9th, and then it got moved down to July 9th.
Oh, July 9th.
That's
very
2
soon.
weeks away.
Yeah, so
I can imagine how much excitement you would have from it being so far out.
They just told me that my mom called when I was in the hospital, of all things.
Yeah.
When I said I would go and work with her. And, And I even said, if you guys can just help clear things up with the surgery, I'll go to therapy or whatever. Work with you. And,
so it was all or nothing. It was either they were doing nothing, no.
Yeah, and this was ready to die to get the surgery or not. So.
Yeah.
There was one thing even in how.
I can tell just from talking to you that was the one thing that meant the most to you.
Yeah.
And I like I said, I can't even imagine being in your position and that one thing that you want so bad to be taken away from you. Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's not so much want. I had 16 reasons. Need.
Yeah, need. You're right. Sorry, that's a bad want is a bad word. When there's a position, like I said, I don't understand it as much. It becomes a need.
Yeah.
Can you help me understand? So, with you being your age, how is your mom in control of that? Yes or no?
My parents are well, you have to blame the hospital for that. They still have to social worker. Any complaints, they have to take it.
Yeah, but why is the information being released to your mom and your mom making decisions for you? That's one of the questions we have, I guess.
They don't follow HIPAA laws very well here.
You're how old? Almost 30?
28, yeah.
28. And you're still getting, and your mom is the one that's saying yay or nay on a surgery that has nothing to do with it?
It was more like she was trying to sabotage it.
According to Mia, the motive was simple. Her mother had called the hospital and cancelled her surgery. But there may be more to it than that. Mia was 28 years old. Her mother had no legal authority to cancel that procedure, which suggests the real reason wasn't the phone call, It was the money. The surgery cost roughly $30,000. Insurance covered half, and her parents had initially agreed to cover the rest. But Mia was homeless and $20,000 in debt. She needed them, and somewhere between scheduling that surgery and the day she showed up at their door, they had changed their minds, leaving Mia on the hook for $15,000 she didn't have. Now detectives press her on what happened inside that house.
My mental ability was declining, and that's why I needed that surgery. I knew I was going down regardless, but I was like, well, enough is enough. I'm taking somebody with me.
So when did you have that decision that enough was enough and that it was gonna be
the same day?
Same day?
Yeah, when she refused to apologize again.
So did was the call that
excuses. She's angry, mother, always angry. Yeah. So sick of it.
Yeah, you can only take so much.
Yeah.
So that's
I rushed over to my parents to do the deed.
Okay, when you say do the deed, what do you mean by
kill them?
To kill them? Did you, after talking to Aunt Jenny, did you decide that that was the only thing left, that was the plan, or when did you make that decision?
It was a spur of the moment.
Spur of the moment? While you were driving there, or while you were there?
But while I was after the call, I talked to Aunt Jenny. It was, I still do it, even to this. I don't regret it. I hate them.
Okay.
That was the last straw. I forgive them for so many things, but screwing me up so much, beating me, and you name it.
From my point of view, I don't know. Are you able to tell me what happened at your parents' house?
I got parked there and pointed the gun. I was, I told myself to throw away that part of me, really, that hesitant, like always, and I ran in the door and shot at her first a bunch of times, trying to make it quick. Dad was instant.
Where was your mom when you came in the door?
She was the second chair, a chair closest to the TV, or the white couch, I believe.
Was your dad in the same room?
No, he walked out, what's going on, and I pointed the gun at him and didn't say anything, I shot.
Okay, so when you walked through the front door, was the front door unlocked?
Yeah, I don't have anything locked.
Okay, so you walk through, mom's on the chair, and then what happened?
I shot at her.
So you shot at her? Do you remember do you remember how many times you shot at her?
Well, you guys can find that out. No.
Yeah, I'm not
Twice
sure.
my dad, and then I went downstairs with my brother, and I said, "You ruined my life." It wasn't so much him. It was directed towards a message about my parents.
Oh, gotcha. So do you remember how many shots you fired at your mom?
Let's see. It's a 12 clip, so it wasn't full clip, so probably like 3 rounds less.
Okay, do you remember if the first round hit her?
They all hit her, and it didn't see it. That's why I shot so many times, because it just went right through her.
Okay.
And so I made sure she was dead, so I shot at her again and again.
Okay.
Trying to make it instant, at least.
So when you walked through, she's sitting in the chair, you fired the first round at her.
I pointed the gun and she moved up from the
she
chair.
got up from the chair?
Yeah.
And so then you shot.
And then I saw my dad, and he came out and I shot him.
So you're basically just moving along and shooting at your mom until she went down, and then your dad comes out.
Yep, and I go downstairs, shoot one round, and then go down because I was gonna do my brother interfering. And
do you remember where you shot that round downstairs?
Middle left top door.
Middle of the door.
Yeah, a little bit middle, but a little towards the left.
Okay. Was the door closed?
It was locked.
Could you hear him inside?
Yeah, he barged the door and stuff, and I just like him. He's not my main target.
So what was the round for then?
A message.
Just a message?
More so, yeah.
What would it be like if you would have hit him?
Well, it's an asshole. The greatest person. I mean, beats women, so. And one other thing, so. And
so was that your intent? Were you hoping that it would hit him?
Not really. I knew it was gonna hit him.
Just because it's kind of a blind shot.
Yeah.
Okay.
If it did, then well, So what?
Detectives keep their composure as Mia walks them through exactly how she took her parents' lives. But what she says she did next, after heading down to the basement to send a warning to her brother, is somehow even more disturbing.
I do remember actually coming up just in case, because I heard her like bleeding quite a bit, like choking.
Okay.
So I went to shoot her again.
Okay. So do you remember if that was that after you came back upstairs?
Yeah. It was Dad first, and
then you heard your mom that she was still
kind of light. Yeah, some noise. There's still kind of light. And then I shot her again.
Was that pretty up close, just so you knew that you wouldn't?
About 4 feet.
4 feet, just standing over top of her.
Kind of more like this.
Kind of on an angle. And so you, as far as remorse, you're saying that there's none at the moment.
I gave mercy to my brother that day, and I didn't point at him. A lot of more than half his statements incorrect. They're just lies.
Okay.
But after Corey backstabbing me and me forgiving him and that stuff and just trying to look past it, he no more mercy. The remorse was I didn't want to become the monster that they made me to be.
Okay.
I really wanted to be good. I really did.
Okay.
But, like I said, that was a last resort, a last straw.
If you could go back to yesterday, would you change the outcome with your mom and dad?
I don't think there's any way of changing their minds, so no. If they change their mind, which I know they're not because they're so narcissistic, I mean, it would be played out completely differently. Their answer was on them. They had their chance.
So when they changed their answer to no, that was pretty much solidified their outcome.
Yeah.
At least in your mind.
Yeah, and basically it's no, we won't do anything about it. No, we won't apologize, and all this stuff. So I mean, this was like my one last attempt after so many times. But I tried. I gave them so many chances. All my family, my friends, and I can't even count. And I just did it to myself. I just, destroyed myself by giving them too many chances, and that was enough. If I hesitated and I went to sleep, I would have done it. And then I'd just regret my life more and more and more, and get more angrier, and then it wouldn't be just my mom and dad.
So that decision was made to not have any conversation when you walked in the door?
No, that was the decision to make the kill. Yeah, my decision was done. I'm done with this crap.
Yeah, that makes sense.
My dad's face that, though, I remember the image quite clearly of the way that one affected me more.
Yeah, I bet.
A lot more.
Did you think that it would affect you as much as it did?
I've always struggled with two sides of myself. One was the past self, the anger and hate for this world, and one was, which I call the boy side. And one was, girl side, and happy and caring and helpful, and etc. And giving many chances. And I struggled with that all my life. Yeah, I had no idea how much it took, strength it took him to even get this far to not kill somebody because I was pissed at him. So I didn't want to be like that. I hated that.
For what it's worth, I'm glad you're okay. Right?
No, you're not, dude. I killed 2 people in my family.
I've done this job long enough that the death of people doesn't affect how I'm talking to you right now. Like I'm glad you're still here. Okay. Mia, is there really? If you were to give me one last statement from you, what?
Well, my statement would be to gatekeep transgender people and let them start earlier, not like super early. I mean, the sooner the better. It costs so much less and it's so much less stress. But I kind of hid it for so many years. I played that alpha Chad role. I hated it.
That was not you.
No, it wasn't me. It was a disguise.
Mia Bailey was found guilty of 2 counts of aggravated murder and 1 count of aggravated assault. She was sentenced to 2 consecutive terms of 25 years to life for the killings of Joseph and Gail, plus up to 5 years for their attempt on Corey. Under a Utah law that had taken effect just 1 month before the murders, she was placed in a men's housing unit assigned by biology at birth.